When it comes to custom conversions in Facebook, Facebook is essentially telling you, if you help me by telling me what's important to you, aka custom conversions, then I'll help you by getting you more of that. As we get the ball rolling, let's talk about what custom conversions are and why you'd want to use them in your app. Well, first, custom conversions are just any action that occurs in your app that you can define and tell Facebook, hey, this is important to me. And now, why would you use this? Well, of course, if you're spending money on Facebook to bring traffic to your website, you want to inform their super smart intelligent system what type of stuff, what type of events, custom conversions. We'll get into the distinction between those two in a moment. You want to tell Facebook what events on your site are worth optimizing for. It's got super smart, fancy advertising algorithms running to help you get the most out of your advertising spend, but it needs this data to help you do so. So if you look at what types of things are custom events, aka custom conversions, they're kind of the same thing, but they're distinct in Facebook. We'll set them up as the same thing. You set up one and then it turns into the other. But basically things like adding to cart or doing something, basically user actions. The pixel will capture that event, and then those conversions, you can give them a value and, track them amongst your ad spend to see what's working for you. Now, this tutorial assumes that if we double click on this custom conversions here, this tutorial assumes that you've already got the pixel installed. And the pixel installed, it knows about all these things that are happening on your site, but what it doesn't know is you saying this right here is important. So how do we do that? Well, over here in Bubble, first we're going to take a look at a experience here. We're going to talk about what is important in this experience, and then we're going to see this piece of JavaScript that's available for copy and paste in the description below. We're going to see that implemented and have it tell Facebook what's important. So that's where we're headed. That's the overview. So you might have something where someone's going to come in, they're going to use stuff, they're going to work their way through something, maybe have some things happen. Maybe you have a freemium model. I know a lot of folks are leveraging AI tools to do some really cool, sophisticated things and help people out with their service offerings. And the idea, or at least the example presented in this one, of course, it works for any type of event that's going on in your app. But the example in this one is geared more towards like a freemium model where you're giving a little bit of something away for free, requesting that they sign up like this, and basically giving Facebook information along this journey. I've also sketched this out here where we can put in some values potentially. So any intermediate step that's happening along the way to the purchase, you can kind of guide Facebook that you want these steps to occur because those are steps, they do occur on the way to a purchase for how your specific app is set up. Okay, so what are we going to see in this tutorial? So let's say that we were sending ad traffic to this page and someone came along and they kicked off the process. So we want to know how many people kick off the process, right? At least now they're in the flow of things. Then whatever is your intermediary steps, you might want to track one of those, which leads to, them receiving the free value from you. So at this point, you've paid not only to have someone to come to your site, but you've paid to get free value into their hands. And that's kind of what you're going for. The more people that experience the free value that you provide, the more likely you are to have those people convert into paying customers. Now, let's say that once you have the free thing given, what's after that? What are the things that someone can do? Maybe it's do something again, regenerate it, or start over with something new. But then at that point, perhaps you have something where you're getting an email address. So you're getting some kind of value exchange. And then after that, maybe you even have some kind of purchase. So let's go see over here in our Bubble editor how we'll set this up. I'm running I'm going to copy this, run JavaScript. Actually, I'll just copy this here, and then we'll see a new JavaScript thing come up. So you do need to have the JavaScript plugin installed, which is the toolbox plugin, this one here. go ahead and do a search for Toolbox if you don't have that installed, you're looking to do this. And again, assuming that you already have like Tag Manager or something on your site, and that Tag Manager has the Facebook pixel that's on all of your pages, then you'll be set and ready to do this. So let's go. We're going to head over here to the design area. We're going to decide on the places we want to do this. So I'm going to go to Edit Workflow. I'm just going to look here. I'm going to do a search for run JavaScript, and then we're going to paste this in. Now, here are the 4 spots to worry about. Basically, after this FB, final content ready, I'll say progression started here, and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it into 3 more spots. Here, progression started here, before yes, and then here. And you can decide whether or not you want to put a value here. So maybe with it just kicking off, I'll give it a really low value. But something more than nothing. It's like we want users that progress into our experience. Okay, so now the next time that I run this, it's going to fire something over in Facebook. Now let's go and head over to Facebook. I'm going to clear my activity here. And then I am going to get to this page, again, assuming that you have the pixel already set up, on the left-hand side here, you're going to go to Events Manager, and then you're going to go to Data Sources, and then you're going to go to this Test Events for your pixel. Now, Facebook does, from time to time, update their user interface, but basically you want to find the place where you're testing custom events. I know we're talking custom conversions, but in order to have a custom conversion, first you need a custom event that you turn into a custom conversion. Okay, so go ahead and type the domain of your site here, and then click Test Events. It's going to open up a domain, and one thing that you want to do is you can close that down and head back, and you can see that it's because I have the pixel installed, I just have a regular page view event received. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go back to the page where I've set up this new JavaScript, and I'm going to refresh. I'm going to select this here, and then I'm going to hit continue. So that's brought me into this. So I've clicked the button that had that special JavaScript on it, and then I can see here this custom event that I defined with this amount on this page with this progression started custom event has occurred here. Awesome. Let's go, and I'm going to repeat that process for one more, and I'm actually going to set it up for the rest of them. And once these events are set up, we're going to want to go and take some other steps, but first to turn it into a custom conversion. But first, let's go and see this one more time in action. So on this button, I'm going to repeat the same action. Well, I'm going to say run JavaScript. I'm going to drop in. So I can just go over to this one. A nice shortcut using the search bar. If you're not used to that, it's a great way to do it. So progression started, and then let's say that this is going to be generation started. And here I'll just copy the whole thing, but then down here I don't want this extra stuff. And always make sure you have a single quotation on each side of this one and a single quotation on each side of this one. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, so let's refresh this page. Over here we should see some of these extra page views and extra. So if we hit this continue, we'll see another one of those events come through. But then we'll also say this here. So that's going to be generation started. So progression started, generation started, and I've added one more with generated completed here. And then once you've basically added those, you're going to wait. So the first time I did this, it actually took more than a couple of hours. Now, when I did this just now, it took about 20 minutes. And what took 20 minutes is if I head over to this overview area, you'll see the ones that you added. So here, progression started. You'll need to take a step here to click on that, manage status, I acknowledge, and confirm the custom event. It's just something about you're not going to include personally identifiable data along with conversions. Okay, and so with all those taken care of, this one should go away. This little red check mark. You might you may or may not have that shows up. It's basically telling you to go in here and acknowledge those. Okay, so we have set up our custom events. Now with those set up, this progression started, generation started, we'll focus on those ones. We'll head over here to custom conversions. On custom conversions, this is the stuff that's actually used to optimize your campaigns. So I'll go create a custom conversion, and I'll say that this is going to be generation or progression started. And the thing to note here is you're going to want to say event parameters, and then this is where you want that exact same value pulled out of here. So we had run JavaScript, I think on this first one, this value here, this trackCustom params, it's taking this value, and so we'll say that. And when it contains the word yes. So if we take a look at this code here, we have progressions. Actually, it's this one. I apologize. It's used in both spots, but this is the one. Progression started equals yes. If this value was changed, then this value here would change. And that's basically the two things. So we're going to say, 2 cents for this or something for this conversion. And then we're also, so now under custom events, the reason why we set up custom events first is because this progression started. And then when we hit that red checkbox, if you don't do that, and it looks like it's going to make us start over, so you want to do that first. But if you don't do that, you won't see this option to add this event as a custom conversion. And so that is the last step here. You've done this here. It's inactive. Let me go ahead and add the other ones, and then we'll see them all get active at the same time. Okay, so with all 3 of those added in here, I'm going to head back over to the experience. So refresh, and then I'm going to head through this again. And boom. So all of those will fire. Give it a minute here for these to turn, give it a few minutes for these to turn active. And boom. So there we see generation completed, generation started, progression started, all of these set to active after the events came through. This one did take about 5 minutes for this. And even though it says 2 minutes ago, real time, that's what I experienced. So if you are looking to help Facebook help you maximize the value of your campaigns or the ROI of your campaigns, setting up custom conversions is a step you want to take. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more tips about Bubble, and thanks for watching.